Hello, and welcome to another lesson. Well, not really a lesson, it's more of a show and tell, really. I noticed when I looked at my biography, you could say, on my YouTube channel, I noticed that I'd said that I would show weird and wonderful instruments, which I haven't done yet. I guess the only one you might have seen is the lute, is the Renaissance lute, which I guess to some is, yes, weird and wonderful, because it's a bit of a niche instrument, but maybe we'll talk about that another time. I've got two other instruments to show you. You could say these are definitely weird and wonderful. The first one, well, they both had something in common, in that they both have one string. I used to do workshops in schools, and I used to take a bunch of instruments along, you know, banjos, mandolins, hurdy-gurdy, a sitar, you know, with obviously has lots and lots of strings and lots of sympathetic strings. And then I go to the extreme opposite and show them the instrument with one string, which is this instrument here. Any idea what this is called? It's a bit of a close-up. It's a Tumbi, T-U-M-B-I, I'm guessing. A Tumbi, it's an instrument from India, as you can see from the colouring, the flag colours at the end. I got this years ago from a place in London, and I don't really know why I got it, to be honest. I was just interested, really. I think I'd been given a sitar, or I've actually got a sitar on like permanent loan, let's say. So I got one of these, I ordered one of these. And yeah, it's it's just got one string. There's the bridge, as you can see. There's a gourd there, which has been hollowed out. You can see the bottom of it, look. So that's the sound box. It's funny, every string instrument has certain ingredients. For example, a sound box, you know, the body of the instrument, let's just say a surface that also vibrates with sound, a bridge here, obviously a string, a kind of fingerboard, a nut at the end where the string length ends, some kind of tuning peg or machine head. Yeah, it's funny how they have all the same ingredients. But there we are. So this instrument is used in Bhangra music, a very popular form of Indian dance music. It's, I'm going to act in a way that's kind of similar to a mandolin. It just plays a very kind of high-pitched, tinkly tune. But as you can see, it's only got one string, so it's a bit limited. So it's very limited. But what you do when you play it is you play it with your first finger. A bit kind of similar to a sitar. They play it with the first finger, I think, with like a plucking kind of mechanism on the end called a mizrab, I think. Well, see, you can just use your nail. So if I just try and play something, there we are. All I'm doing really is just plucking there. So I'm kind of plucking a whole step, a tone. Just by plucking down and up. And fretting it, not really fretting it really because there are no frets, and so it's not even, I mean, you can't even describe this as a fretless instrument. I mean, you can, but the quality of the sound and the timbre is that it doesn't really sustain for very long. So the sound dies away almost straight away. So you just keep this kind of constant, kind of very simple two-note melody going. Okay, so there we are. That is a Tumbi from India. Let's have a look at the next instrument. Okay, here is the next instrument. I've had to sit back a bit more so we can get it into the screen in glorious iPhone vision. This is a, hang on, I'm just going to blow some dust off it because I've not really played it very often. Oh dear. So, any guesses for what this instrument might be? Silence there, okay. From your silence, I'm guessing that you might not know what this is. This is a cigar box guitar, hence the cigar box, okay. I went to a workshop a few years ago run by Community Music Wales, who I trained with, and they had a chap there who knows how to make these things, and all us participants in the workshops made one of these. So basically, well, it's similar to the you know, it has the same instrument, plucked string instrument ingredients as the Tumbi. So we have a soundboard, or sorry, sound box. We've got a sound hole, unlike the Tumbi. We've got a bridge, an actual nut, an end nut. Obviously the single string. We've got the fingerboard, which isn't actually a fingerboard because you don't actually make any contact with it at all. And then we've got the nut at the end, which is actually a screw. And then a single machine head at the end to tune the instrument. There we are. And yeah, as I said, a very small sound hole. There we are. And this is an actual cigar box, the actual thing. For some reason, tradition has it that a coin is attached. Maybe that's a coin that bought the cigar box. I don't know. There we are, done any. You'll notice that the instrument has markings on it. Here, not sure you can see that. Here and here. So these are marking the, let's just say, frets or the positions that you could be playing in. We've got the 12th, sorry, the octave here, or the 12th fret. We've got the 7th, 5th, and 3rd fret as kind of guidelines. The kind of dots or the spots that you would find on a guitar to kind of give you a bit of a guide. So there we are. At the moment, I've got it tuned to a B. I tried to take it up to a C, but I didn't want it to snap because it's been so long. I'm just a bit worried that the string might be a bit brittle. So let me put the strap on. Oh, don't you just love it? And so as I said, it's not fretted. So what has to happen is it's played with one of these, a bottleneck plectrum. So, and basically you just come. So you play it the same as you would do a slide guitar. Let me see if I can play something. Yeah. Okay, you pop pickers, or you rockers out there, you might recognise this one if you're a bit of a fan of early 70s rock or hard rock. It's from one of the bands of the, let's just say the British triumvirate of great British rock bands. See if you recognise this tune. Do you recognise that tune? Hopefully that was loud enough. It's not very loud, is it really? It doesn't help that the string is really quiet. Maybe if it's a newer string, it might sound a bit brighter. There might be a bit more ping to the timbre. Okay, so there we are. That's the cigar box guitar. There's not a lot we can do with it, but I guess you can do more with it than the Tumbi. You know, I just played a few, well, you can play more notes. There's the range of the string length to play on. You know, an octave, and there's another octave up there. So a lot of fun. I love this instrument. I've not played it for a while, so it's good to get out of its box again. So there we are. Any questions about the instrument that you want to ask? Just put in the comments below. So just to recap, we had a Tumbi and a cigar box guitar, both single-stringed instruments, separated by, I don't know, several thousand miles, let's say, of geography. Okay. More weird and wonderful instruments in the next episode. Yeah. See you next time.